Autobots, roll out!
Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers QT-01 Optimus Prime, and I love this toy. Originally released in December of 2014, this guy was an import available only overseas, and he retailed for approximately $10 after conversion. This was the first Optimus Prime. This was one of the first wave of the Q Transformers that we got, and he's become a little difficult to get, so I ended up paying a little more for him aftermarket. Now, I'm trying something new here because this guy is so small. I'm actually zoomed in quite a bit. But here we see Optimus, and it's a super deformed version of the Western Star truck that we saw in Age of Extinction. And I'm going to pull up just a little bit so we can take a look at the packaging, much like the one that we saw with Convoy. It's almost the exact same packaging. He just comes in. You can see a picture of the QT-01 Prime right there. It says Optimus Prime. He comes packaged in his truck mode right in there. And then there's like 3 or 4 step instructions right inside. And then around the back, just a bunch of Japanese writing and Sad Pac-Man courtesy of MGO. So, again, taking a look at Prime here. Like I said, he's a super deformed version of the Western Star truck from Age of Extinction. And all these Q Transformers, they're like all these little cutesy, super deformed versions, which I find very, very cool. So here in truck mode, Optimus is approximately 2 inches long, about 1 inch tall. Like I said, he is really, really small. But for being as small as he is, he does have a lot of detail. You can see all the paintwork that went into him. He's got all the silvers where they're supposed to be. You can see all the flame detail done on him around the sides and the front there. The window got the red paint treatment, unfortunately, but that's not terrible, I don't think, and also not very difficult to go in maybe with a Sharpie or something, just paint that black or silver. I don't think it would be too difficult. And you got some still detail around the back of the truck there. So it's actually, for what it is, for being as small as it is, this is almost like Micro Machine size. And for being that size, he's actually very well detailed. I'm very impressed. He rolls very nicely, and all 6 wheels on this guy roll, which is an improvement from the Convoy that we looked at last, where, if you remember, the middle wheel was kind of like a fake wheel. On this guy, all 6 of these wheels roll, which I think is really, really cool. Now, speaking of the Convoy, we'll bring him in for comparison. Now, this is Convoy was based on G1 Optimus Prime, and remember, there's that fake wheel that I'm talking about. So I like this. I like that all 6 of the wheels on this guy roll. That's actually an improvement over this guy. So there you go. The G1 Prime is a little bigger than this new one, which I think would actually be not the case in real life. I think the Western Star truck would be a lot bigger than the flat nose cab. But there you go. That's what these guys look like side by side. Very cool. And we go into the transformation. The transformation, again, for this guy is pretty simple. It's about 3 steps. If you want to start right here at the front of the truck, you're going to take the bottom piece of the bumper here, and you're just going to pull this guy down. And these are going to be his feet. So you just pull these guys down and just get them down there and out of the way. And that's going to be his feet right there. Now you're going to take the back of the truck right here. It's going to split, and this guy's just going to hinge forward. And we're going to bring these guys all the way forward just like so. And they are on ball joints, so they can pop out if you're not being careful, or if you're doing it on camera, because this has never popped out on me before, but the minute I do it on camera, pieces are going to start popping off, because that's just the way it works. You're going to reach down here in the side. This is going to be the arm, so just pull these guys down, and that's going to form your arms right there. These guys are kind of hard to shoot because they're so small. You're going to be, and you end up shooting more of your hands than you do of the actual toy. There you go. And then finally, we're going to take the back of the cab right here. We're going to pull this up, pull his head forward, and then we're just going to lay the back of the cab right there up against his back. And there is QT-01 Optimus in his robot mode, and I think he looks pretty cool. Here in robot mode, Optimus is approximately 1.5 inch tall. We'll bring him in close so you can see the face on this guy. And again, very much based on the Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. So there you go. He doesn't look, obviously he's not going to look exactly like Age of Extinction Prime because he's got a whole front of a truck for a chest, but there you go. As far as articulation goes, pretty much you're going to have the head right here is on a pivot. But the piece that the head is mounted on does go up and down a little bit for the transformation. So you can kind of make him look up and down a little bit. Not too much, but you've got a pivot right there. He can go all the way around if you wanted to. I don't know why you would. The shoulders are on a ball joint, as you saw, so you can kind of rotate this guy in and out, forward and backwards. You know, just about as much as the all the kibble is going to allow you. Then right here at the elbow, you've got a pin joint right there at the elbow, so you can move the elbows up and down, again, due to transformation. And on mine, this one's a little loose on mine. And then again, the legs are on 2 ball joints, so the hips up there are on a ball joint, and then what would be the knee right here is also on a ball joint, so you can kind of spread these guys out. You can kind of turn them at the knee if you wanted to, although that's not really going to accomplish much, you know, because of the dimensions on this guy. But there you go. He's not horribly articulated. You can pull off a couple of poses with this guy. So we'll set Optimus right here, and I'll get the other guy transformed so we can bring him in for comparison. There you go. So there's G1 Optimus Prime next to Age of Extinction Optimus Prime in the Q series Transformers. So very cool. These are probably not going to be for everybody, and I understand that. This is more of a novelty, really, because they're so small and they're so cute. It's really more of a interesting conversation piece to have if you're an Optimus Prime collector. I know that the super deformed aesthetics don't appeal to everybody. Some people love them. I love them. I think they're absolutely fantastic. But I know that a lot of collectors, this kind of thing doesn't really appeal to them. But if you're an Optimus Prime collector and this look right here is something that you can get into. These are fun little figures to have in your pocket. They're easy to transform. They're really just fun desk toys to fiddle with, and they're cool conversation pieces to have on your Optimus Prime shelf. So I think that is going to cover Transformers or Q Transformers QT-01 Optimus Prime. What did you think of this figure, and what would you like to see me review next? Let me know by leaving me a comment. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.